Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. And joining us via Zoom is Linda Donlin, an author and illustrator who enjoys painting scenes from nature and recently wrote and illustrated a book about Medora, North Dakota, her state's historic tourist attraction. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for being here. So tell us about the inspiration behind this book.
Well, the book was actually inspired by my granddaughter, Ava. She was 8 years old, and I took her to Medora for the first time, and she loved it, but she was also confused about all the historical characters and all the things that happened at Medora, what turned it into the state's #1 tourist attraction. So we went looking for a book that would kind of connect the dots about all those things, and we found lots of good books, but we didn't find one that was easy for her to understand, and so we decided to write one.
Exciting. So whose perspective is the magic of Medora written in?
It's written in Theodore Roosevelt's voice, as if he's reading it to his grandchildren. And I decided to do that because when I took all our 9 grandchildren to Medora to help me with the research, they were fascinated by his life. They were fascinated that he came to Medora to hunt bison, that he came to Medora to grieve after he lost his wife and his mother on the same day, and that he went on to become president. So it just seemed like a good fit that he would be narrating this story.
Yes, and that is so unique. I love that. So tell me more about the process of researching this book.
Yes, when I first got the idea for the book, I talked to the Theodore Roosevelt Medora Foundation and talked about the concept. We kicked it around for about a year, and then they endorsed the concept and connected me with Ralph Sletton, a historian who's also on the board. And then last summer, we took all 9 grandkids to Medora, and they kept journals and they drew pictures and took photos. And I mostly listened to what their questions were and what excited them. Then last fall, I sat down to write the manuscript, and throughout last fall and winter, worked with getting the manuscript written and approved. Especially, I talked to former Governor Ed Schaefer and his perspective, and he looked at it and approved it. People at the foundation, other historical connections. And then from January to the 1st of April, I worked on the 45 illustrations that are in the book. And a lot of them are based on historical photos. Like this one here is Theodore Roosevelt and his wife on their wedding day. And others are based on photos that I took. And then as you get to the end of the book, because it's in chronological order from the time the Badlands were formed to the boom and bust of Medora and to present day, as we're looking forward to the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library. And there's Harold Schaefer and his wife. Harold Schaefer is the man who really saved Medora. He invested his fortune in Medora and then created the foundation that's keeping it alive today. So then the illustrations go into present day, and so I use pictures of my grandkids that I took during the research, and I have them drawn into all the illustrations too, and my husband. He's playing golf.
Wonderful. I love that you added such a personal touch to that, and those illustrations are gorgeous. I also believe that the one behind you too is one that you've drawn.
Yes, this is an illustration of the Badlands, of Painted Canyon.
Wow. Well, it is gorgeous. You are so talented.
Thank you.
Of
It was a
course.
lot of fun. I had to learn a lot. I'm an artist and I'm a painter, but I had never done illustrations before. So I had to kind of teach myself the proper technique to make this book come together.
Yes, well, they are just wonderful. Well, I hear that you also have some book signing events coming up. Do you want to fill us in?
Yes, I have book signings at Ferguson Books on Saturday in Grand Forks from 10 to noon. And then I travel to West Fargo and I have a book signing at Ferguson Books from 2 to 4 there. And then on October 7th, I will also be in Bismarck at Ferguson Books.
Wonderful. You're doing a little tour around the state then.
Yes. Oh, yes. I forgot. Thursday in Minot.
Exciting.
And yes, you can buy the book. The book is available online at shopmedora.com. It's also available at all the shops in Medora. If you're going out there see some beautiful fall foliage, it's out there. And then to find out more about the process of the book, I have it documented on my webpage and on my Facebook and Instagram pages.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, I look forward to being in your neck of the woods and get some book signing done.
Yes, we're looking forward to having you. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, everyone, stick around. We have much more coming up on North Dakota Today.